So, have you ever wondered if a simple kids book could actually teach really big ideas like kindness or solidarity? Well, we're about to dive into a fascinating classroom experiment that says, yes, absolutely. It shows how powerful stories can be in shaping the citizens of tomorrow. I mean, think about it. It's a question every parent and educator faces at some point. How in the world do you explain these heavy, complicated topics to a child without completely overwhelming them? Where do you even start? And let's be honest, our world is brimming with challenges, right? From inequality to global crises. Teaching the next generation to care and feel a sense of shared responsibility, that's not just a nice little extra anymore. It's absolutely essential. So when we use this word solidarity, what are we really talking about? In this project, it's not just about feeling bad for someone. It's really a two-part thing. First, you have to truly see and understand what other people are going through. And second, you have to feel that real, genuine desire to step up and help out. Okay, so this exact challenge led to a really cool project from a master's thesis by Anna Cruz at the University of Aveiro. She decided to explore a super creative way to bring these huge ideas right into her classroom. And get this wasn't just some theory. This was a real-world experiment down in Portugal with a classroom full of 7- and 8-year-olds. They used their everyday English class as the perfect setting to grow something so much bigger, a real sense of global citizenship. The whole project was built on a method called action research. Now, you can basically think of it as learning by doing, but for the teacher. You plan something, you try it out, you watch really closely to see what happens, and then you think about it all so you can make the next one even better. It's a super hands-on, practical way to figure things out. So how did they do it? How did they tackle these massive ideas? Well, the main tools for this project weren't complicated textbooks or long, boring lectures. Nope, they were these beautifully illustrated, thoughtfully written picture books. The first book they picked up was It's a No Money Day. What's brilliant about it is that it gently introduces the topic of financial hardship, but all through the eyes of a child, which makes a really tough subject feel accessible and, relatable. And just this one book, it opened the door to these incredible conversations about what poverty is, about community support systems like food banks, and about this powerful idea that love and family have a value that money can just never touch. Now, the second key book they used in the project, Lubna and Pebble, took on another huge global issue, the refugee crisis. And again, the story is told completely from a child's perspective. Through the story of this little girl who finds comfort in a simple pebble and a new friend, the students could start to understand what it might feel like to lose everything. It was a lesson in empathy, in resilience, and in the profound act of giving, even when you have almost nothing yourself. And look, this isn't just a hunch or a nice idea. As education expert Sandy Morau points out, picture books are uniquely powerful. They go way beyond just learning new words. They let us tackle these really complex human experiences and allow kids to literally see the world through someone else's eyes. So the million-dollar question, right? Did it actually work? I mean, did a few stories in an English class really make a difference? Okay, let's look at the results. The findings were, well, just overwhelmingly positive. The data showed that the students were super engaged, and they didn't just learn new English words. They actually absorbed the core messages about empathy and solidarity. They started connecting their language skills directly to what it means to be a good human being. In fact, you could literally measure the impact. The researcher used questionnaires before and after the project started, and the results showed this significant jump in the students' awareness and understanding of these big social issues. So the change wasn't just something you could feel, you could see it right there in the data. So the ultimate takeaway here is a really powerful one. An English class doesn't have to be just about grammar and vocab. It can be, and maybe it should be, a place where we build compassionate, globally aware citizens. This project basically proves that those two goals can support each other beautifully. And that leaves us with this one last thought. Remember, this was just one classroom in Portugal, but it shows the incredible potential of this simple, story-based approach. It really makes you wonder, if this is what's possible with just a few books, what could we achieve if we really started to bring these ideas into our entire education system?